Индия, США, Великобритания, Венесуэла, Голландия. Люди из этих и многих других стран мира живут вместе с нами. Они работают, создают семьи, растят детей и просто радуются жизни в Казахстане. В нашей программе Connecting Cultures они делятся историями, которые происходили в их жизни до Казахстана и после приезда сюда. От них мы узнаем, как опыт пребывания в нашей стране изменил их судьбу.
Today's guest on Connecting Cultures is Martin Schaefer, traveling around the world with the curiosity of gaining global experience by living in several countries and learning over 3 languages. As chess is a game of strategy and opportunity, this is how Martin lives his life. Martin Schaefer was born in Germany in a small town called Volklingen. The local landmark is the Volklingen Hut, metallurgical plant museum. For more than 100 years, the plant was the largest enterprise of smelting iron and steel production in Germany. In 1994, the metallurgical plant in the German city of Volklingen became the first industrial monument to be included in the World Heritage List of UNESCO. Martin studied and trained in Sweden, France, Russia, and Morocco. Now he is a lecturer at the Kazakh-German University in Almaty. What pastimes did you have as a child growing up in Germany?
I started actually as probably every boy playing football. But you know, that was for a couple of years when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. And later on I learned juggling, I learned chess. I was twice regional youth champion. And well, then I got into sports by the age of 15. I joined the local boxing club, did a lot of boxing, workouts, what you do when you're 16, 17, 18. And that was my childhood pastimes, yeah.
What time in your life did you decide that you wanted to travel abroad?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, what I also did in my childhood, I used to read a lot. And I read a lot about guys like Marco Polo. You know, people who would like cross deserts, going to the Antarctica, to the Arctica, whatever. And when I was about 18, I figured that if I stay the way I am, my life will not be very interesting. My life will be quite, you know, boring actually. Living in a small town, working there. So I was like, I wanted to discover more, to see more of the world, and to have make my life, my horizon broad, and make my life colorful.
So you were telling us about travel and your interest in that. Now, how were you able to mix that or blend that with your university studies?
Actually, that was all one. You know, like for me, education, being 18, 19, finishing school, we finished quite late in Germany. There was one, education, traveling, international aspects. I wanted to combine all of this, and I started studying in Bremen. I did political science there. I did an exchange in Lithuania, and you know, I also went on internships to countries like Morocco. You know, weird countries, huh? But I was like young, you know, I wanted to find out what's there, and this is all together for me. Education, learning about cultures, learning languages. You can't really separate all these aspects from each other.
So Martin, what was it that you ended up studying in university?
Oh, I started political science, so it was called political management, quite practice-oriented. In Bremen, in the bachelor's, I did the exchange in Vilnius, and for master's, I became interested in Eastern Europe. That was like 4 years ago. So I decided to combine again, It's always about combinations. I combined languages. I used to speak French. I mean, I still speak French. I went to Belgium, studied political science in English and French, but with specializing in Eastern Europe. You know, people sometimes ask me, does it make sense? At first glance, it doesn't make, but second glance, yes, because education, it's not like learning about one aspect. It's like learning about different aspects, seeing commonalities, learning in different fields, putting all that together. That's what makes education really special and valuable.
So Martin, you were telling us about your studies at university. When was it that you decided to move to Kazakhstan?
That was at the end of my studies in Brussels. You know, I did political science there. I specialized in Eastern Europe. And Kazakhstan is a country which I've never been to before, but it's always been fascinating for account of its multinational people, its vast countryside, and its ample possibilities. You know, it's an emerging economy. It's an emerging country. It's renewing itself. So I had this wonderful opportunity to work here with the Robert Bosch Foundation, work here as a lecturer at the German Kazakh University, teaching, passing on knowledge, promoting the exchange between Germany and Kazakhstan, between our cultures, and that was great. So when I got this opportunity, I didn't hesitate, you know. I said, yeah, I'm gonna go. Got my tickets, plane tickets, got ready for Kazakhstan, and here I am.
So you mentioned your work for the Kazakh German University here in Almaty. How is your relationship like with your students?
At particular this university, it's a very good relationship because we got small groups there, up to 20 students. They know my name. You know, I'm not Mr. Schaefer, I'm Martin for them. They have very good manners, they're motivated, so they respect you as a lecturer, and they demand. They're demanding. They demand that you teach them stuff. Sometimes they say, Martin, that was not enough, we want to know more, really. So they give feedback, and it's great. They would sometimes say, we want more. Sometimes we need another explanation of this and this fact. And it's very good. It's a very mutually beneficial relationship, you know.
Could you tell us, were there any difficulties or challenges getting used to your life here now in Kazakhstan and with your work?
Yeah, sure. There is huge differences between here and Germany. I mean, be it in terms of infrastructure, how the administration works, simple things, you know, how to pay my phone bill, how to pay for my gas. This kind of stuff. In the beginning, it was really stressful, actually. So, but now I sorted out most of that problems. And work-wise, no, work is really good with students. I teach, it's perfect, so I'm enjoying that a lot.
So Martin, wanted to ask you about your free time. How do you spend your free time, and what it is that you do, maybe some activities here in the city?
Well, you know, most of the time I spend free time with my friends. I made a couple of friends here, Kazakh people, other foreigners, great. We hang out in some of the new bars here. I really like to discover these new parts of the city, new bars, new restaurants here. I also been to the countryside. I've been to the canyon here. I've been to Medio and the mountains here, so I really enjoy that as well. It's both the city life in Almaty and the nature around Almaty. It's very special.
In chess, the most interesting is what a player thinks before his move. People always enjoy this amazing state of apprehension of their next turn. It's like looking into the future. Man longs to look beyond the horizon. One does not play single strokes. He plays plans and intentions. This is chess.
So Martin, I wanted to ask you, what does chess mean for you?
For me, chess is an art, first of all. And it's the ultimate combination of pragmatism and being a dreamer. Because it's like in life, right? You need to dream about where you want to go, what you want to achieve. And to realize it, you need to be pragmatic, realistic. So it brings together two things which people usually don't think fit. Being pragmatist, being realistic, and being a dreamer. And I think that's the key to success in chess and the key to success in life as well.
So Martin, it's been great to spend the day with you and get to know you. Could you tell us a little bit about your plans and your aspirations for the future?
You know, I want to take what I'm doing now, working in education, to the next level. And I want to start actually business in the education sector. So promoting exchange between Kazakh young people, students. There's so amazing young people here, students, aspiring people. And I want to give them more opportunities, studying abroad, learning languages, coming back and helping to promote the community here.
So you mentioned that you want to get into business eventually here in Kazakhstan. Could you tell us more about what type of business then?
It would be connected to education, to languages, and to offering people not only to learn the language, but to give an experience, like a personal experience, which includes language learning, but it stretches beyond that. It's about cultural learning, getting experiences abroad, traveling abroad, coming back. And actually, I would like to work with people from different backgrounds, students of engineering, right? Not only language students, students of engineering. I mean, just tapping parts of the student society, community, which is usually not that prone to learning languages so far. So I want to make them, involve them into the international future.
Chess is a lifelong game. It can be described as the path of Martin Schaefer. For him, the world is the black and white board. The squares are similar countries. Germany, the knights move to Latvia. Latvia, rook in Morocco. The Queen of Sweden in Kazakhstan, it's a sure move to victory. Moves towards their dream.